Hey, thanks for joining us at Zig and Vine Homestead. We're going to take you along on some afternoon chores. I'll be popping in every once in a while to fill you in on what's going on. Yes, that did say retrain the chickens. We're getting them back to their chicken coop where they can roost and lay their eggs, and we don't have to worry about them crapping all over the hay. Yep, you see that little chicken right there? That's one we have to catch to get back in there. This is our third year raising pigs, and we really enjoy it. We raised a couple breeders for 2 years and decided that that wasn't for us, and we would just rather raise feeder pigs. These guys will be heading off to freezer camp pretty soon. You see the two metal roofing panels that are upright? That's actually the top of a hay feeder for the goats. The pigs knocked it over because they like to have fun. This is the second time we've raised ducks. The first time we raised Pekin ducks and Rowan ducks, primarily for meat for a friend, and I'm not a huge fan of butchering the ducks. I don't have a problem with butchering chickens, but the ducks I would much rather raise for eggs. I just prefer the duck eggs for baking over chicken eggs, although I do like to eat chicken eggs. So anyway, our ducks this time around, the black ones are Cayuga ducks, which are native to New York, and the gray ones are a Swedish duck. I thought the gray ones were pretty cool, and I'm looking forward to getting some eggs off of these ducks. Although I do believe we do have 5 drakes, if I'm counting curly tails. See if you can count the tails. Check out that view. Isn't it awesome? This is where we do yoga. Yes, we do goat yoga on the farm. It's pretty cool. We love it. And we love the view. We love the farm. That's all. Well, welcome to the nursery. This is where we keep the does and the kids, goats, and Gunnar likes to help me milk. You'll notice once I bring Macy out that I'm actually going to be milking her into a plastic bucket. You're not supposed to milk in plastic. I know this. So, the reason why I'm milking in plastic during this time is because the goats were treated for parasites and their milk is in withhold, so the milk is disposed of. That's all. That's the only reason why I'm milking in plastic. Normally I milk in glass, and yes, I do hand milk. So, that's all. And yes, you can milk a meat goat. This is Macy. She's one of our original 3 goats that we got back in 2016. This is her 2nd year kidding, and she lost her 2 boys, and I've been milking her since the 2 boys passed. Also, for being a meat goat, she is one of the best milkers I've had on the stand. Granted, I've only had a few goats on my milk stand, but she is always cooperative. She's a sweetheart. And this is Lily. Lily has been with us for a year. She's from an adopted herd, and she is a Toggenburg Alpine Cross. She is a dairy goat. While with Macy, I only get a quart of milk from Macy. I get 2 to 3 quarts from Lily, depending on how much her daughter Betty is drinking. Daughter, kid, Yeah, I put human associations with our goats. Probably part of my attachment issue. Yes, if you know me, you know I have an attachment issue to my goats. Lily has not always been the easiest milker. While I'm filming this video, she did a great job. She stood still, she only lifted her hooves, her legs a couple times. Gunner actually laid down and was patient. Sometimes he paces, which makes her nervous because she does not care for Gunner. But she's really come along this year as far as a milking goat. Like I said, I get almost 3 quarts of milk off of her in one milking, so that's over a gallon a day because I milk twice a day. Let me just clarify. I don't always get 3 quarts a day from her, so it's about a gallon, a little over a gallon. So just want to make sure you clarify that because I don't want to get the math people after me there. If you notice that, there's Millie. She's poking her head around the corner. Millie has not gotten milked this year because she still has 2 kids on her. Once we start weaning the kids, I may get her on the milk stand. She's a good milker too. She's a Nubian Boer cross. And the garden. This year I planted way too much, way too close together, and everything did really great. You'll notice there's some dying vines and stuff. The green vine on the left is actually loofah, which is I'm growing for the first time this year. There'll be some close-ups of that later on in the video. Drying some comfrey. And some sunflowers. So this is the first year I've grown loofah. Welcome to my loofah jungle. So this stuff was really slow to start. I planted seeds in the ground and they just, everything, the squash was going gangbusters and the loofah was like just lagging behind. And now the squash is pretty much all dying off and the loofah is just amazing and it's getting some big gourds on it. So I'm excited about that. Garden got. And the dogs. They absolutely love the farm. This was the first time I've seen Storm climb up on the tractor like that. There has to be some kind of mouse or chipmunk, something up there that she was just trying to get at. She was very excited about it. So, what is it, Storm? Hopefully she stays safe and doesn't hurt herself doing all that crazy stuff. And back to the escapees. Yep, more chickens that we have to catch and get into their chicken coop. So I hope you enjoyed the tour, and I hope you come back. We're going to try really hard to post videos more on the regular. Yeah. And the dog is knocking on the door.